David Knight from Infowars.com, and we're just cutting that previous report, and I saw this man here listening to what we had to say, and I asked him who he was, if he wanted to get on camera, and he said yes. And you are?
My name is Andy Martinez. I'm actually here from Las Vegas, Nevada.
And you were saying to me that you're Latino. You have seen this type of operation by the Democrats for a very long time. What we're talking about with Project Veritas, essentially coming in and pretending that they're one thing, and then pretending that they're Bernie Sanders supporters, and then when in reality they're paid protesters. But also the way she divides people into groups that compete against each other.
Absolutely. As I was telling you before, I'm actually 45 years old. I've been seeing the Democratic playbook since I've been 10 years old when I used to live in Puerto Rico. And it's the same playbook. It hasn't changed. They divide people by gender, by race, by social class, and religion. It's always the game of men against women, rich against poor, black against white. And their playbook is basically to make minorities feel oppressed, whether it's the Latino vote or the black vote, let's say. They want us to feel like victims. And like I tell my wife, we live in the greatest country in the world. We came here for a reason. We came here to prosper, to do better. And for anybody to walk around in this country buying into that ridicule and that crap, to me, it's incredulous.
And what they want to do is they want to break you into, as you said, break you into groups. They don't want to treat you as an individual. They immediately start identifying you as you're part of this group, and you're either a deplorable or you're an adorable, depending on whether you're with Hillary or not, right?
Absolutely. And like I said, we live in the greatest country in the world, and what they're trying to do is divide us. And what's funny is the Democratic Party always accuses the Republican Party of the very things that they do.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And I ask my Latino people and the black people to basically open up your eyes. They basically, once again, accuse us of the things that they do. If not, look at the events that had happened recently. They are the racists. They are the people that divide. They are the people that oppress. We as Latinos and blacks have been in situations now for the last 50 to 60 years where we have been faithfully voting democratically, and once again, the Democratic Party doesn't return the favor to us. They take us for granted. So what I say is, don't vote with your emotions, vote with your pocket, vote with your mind. Be conscious of what's going on in today's society, and don't fall for the ridicule of Hillary Clinton, who was a corrupt politician.
You say that they always project their problems onto other people. We see that happening with the ad hominem attacks against Donald Trump and the attacks against Russia, when it's Hillary Clinton who did the massive deals with the Russians and profited from that with uranium deals. And then they say, oh, you're with the Russians. But you're talking about politics, about pocketbook issues. I think people need to take a look at the difference in the tax plans as individuals. And of course, they don't want us to look at this as how it's going to affect us as individuals. They simply want to pit group against group. But if we looked at it as individuals, we realize that people who are making less than $25,000 a year under Trump's plan would pay zero taxes. Hillary would go up on every single tax bracket. Poor people would be paying $1,000 more. The working poor that work at Walmart would be paying $1,000 more per year under Hillary Clinton than they would under Donald Trump. That's an amazing pocketbook issue.
It's amazing. As you know, Donald Trump said he wants to cut the corporate tax rate from 35% to 15%. I mean, that's the way to go. You incentivize business. You give people a reason to grow, to expand, to incentivize, to hire people. Anybody who has any kind of common sense knows that. So what I would say once again is, just vote with your mind. Don't vote with your heart. Don't vote with your emotions. Vote with your mind and make a proper decision. Once again, Hillary Clinton, as you said, is a corrupted politician. Politicians got us into the mess that we're in to begin with. Yeah. So now you expect politicians to get you out of it? Right. Come on, people, let's use our heads here. These are the same people who have been in power for the last 40 years, and now you want us to get us out of this mess that they created? It just doesn't make any sense to me as a common sense individual. So
they have the system that they want, the system that they designed, the system they've been working to create for a decade.
Absolutely. So what they're afraid of, they're afraid of Trump because Trump is going to hold people accountable. The system as it is no more under Donald Trump. There's going to be accountability, and there's going to be people held to a higher standard, and they're going to be held to a standard where they must do what they were hired to do, which is their job. And if you don't do your job, as Donald Trump says, you must be held accountable.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's very key that we not be taken in by this groupthink, that we not become bigoted like what Hillary is selling us, but that we think of how this is going to affect us as individuals. How is it going to affect you and your family's budget? There's a very clear decision there. It really is the economy, stupid. The Clintons had it right the first time they ran. They know it's about that. That's why they won't talk about that. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Appreciate your time.
Stay with us. We'll have more reports from Infowars.com. And of course, we're going to have 13 hours of live coverage tomorrow in and around the debate. Join us then. For Infowars.com, I'm David Knight.